First of all, congratulations, Ricky. This is a really awesome movie, very action packed. I enjoyed watching it. Um, what was it like for you getting the script, and what was it about the script that you wanted to be a part of it?
This was a very quick turnaround. I literally was sent the script Friday evening by David Frigerio and my reps, and the layered characters, the dynamic between the team, myself, Luke Hemsworth, Liam Hemsworth, and Milo Ventimiglia, is a great dynamic. You know, you've got these characters who are warriors, but there's also kind of sarcasm and humor in there, which is always fun to play. You always want a bit of comedy in such intense situations. But then the way you read the action throughout the script, I just thought I would be disappointed if I wasn't involved with this. So script Friday night, I met with William Eubank, the director, on a Saturday and got on like a house on fire. Like, what an incredible dude. I was so excited. I did my research on him. I watched Underwater, his previous movie, and I thought if he can make Underwater with Kristen Stewart, like this ocean movie look so vivid and crazy and epic, what could he do with explosions, with jungle, with bullets and planes and helicopters? I thought he's going to blow this out the park, and he did not disappoint. And then you add together Russell Crowe, one of the best actors of our generation. You put Liam Hemsworth, Luke Hemsworth, the royal family of Australia together into this, and then a good old friend of mine, Milo Ventimiglia, who I've known for years. Like, it's got to be more than 6, 7 years, and I've always wanted to work with him. I've always wanted to work with him because I've watched him from Heroes, people know him from Gilmore Girls, everything, Rocky. He's done so much. He's forgotten more roles than I'll ever do. But to know him and know how much of a great guy he is, I've always wanted to work alongside him. And so it wasn't even a question for me. Straight away I was like, I want to be in this. From the script, the director, the cast, and then to location. Oh my God. Let's shoot this in one of the most beautiful places in the world, the Gold Coast of Australia. I thought, let's go and get my tan on. It's on.
Yeah, the location is amazing. How did you feel being in this location? Because it's beautiful, but you have to be very intense during these scenes. Did you go out and relax and unwind after a day of shooting?
Yeah, I mean, it was such a strange contrast between the intensity of shooting, running up and down mountains, this crazy landscape jungle that we have in the Gold Coast, with all the extra weight and the equipment on the vests, the side piece, the assault rifles. My character Bishop also has a sniper rifle, which is an extra, 50 to 100 pounds of ammunition and weaponry that you've got, and put that together with the intense heat and humidity of Australia during that time when we were shooting. It really was a crazy workout every day. And we quickly learned that we didn't need to go to the gym afterwards. The first couple of days, we were like, let's stay fit. Let's go to the gym afterwards. And we'd meet in there and we'd train. And then you realize that your legs were blown out from running up and down mountains. Your arms were blown out from carrying these huge weapons all day, every day. Yes, they had slings on, but you still had to carry them, especially mine, because my sniper rifle doesn't come on a sling. So I actually had to kind of gun it the whole way with it's all biceps. So after you'd film, it was more about camaraderie and kind of just hanging out. Like I said, we were there with the Australian royal family. So who better to show us around Australia than Liam and Luke Hemsworth? And it was steak dinners, kind of working on that protein, going out for dinner, hanging out, just having a really chill, good time. They really are a wonderful family. They even took us home to Byron Bay to meet mum and pa. And you see where they get it from. They're just a beautiful family that just love each other and just want to hang out and relax. So that was kind of what we did in our downtime. It was kind of recharge those batteries and get ready to go for 2 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Definitely. And with all this extra stuff that you guys were doing to bond, did it help to, get that camaraderie so you guys could, portray it on screen?
Oh, without doubt, you need chemistry on screen, and it starts off camera. And you just had 4 kids running around the mountains with guns. We were like children, like having a great time. Like when you're kids, you run around, you pretend with your toy guns, and you pretend you're a soldier and or Rambo and what have you. And that doesn't change when you get older. And so we really just enjoyed that. And that camaraderie that we had off camera, kind of hanging out together, making fun of each other. We brought that to set to the point where, you're ad-libbing with each other. Luke Hemsworth is one of the funniest people I'll ever meet. And the ad-libs that he throws in there, and you fire back at him. And, Milo's the same, and Liam, it was a joy to work with. And I think kind of that fun that we kind of brought to camera kind of really helps you engage and feel for the characters. It's one thing enjoying an action film, but you need to care about the characters. And I think because of the dynamics that we had and grew and built, you really care about what happens to them. So it's an epic thriller roller coaster, but more so because you care about these characters.
Definitely. I know, it's a war movie. Like war isn't the nicest thing. It could take a, effect on your mental health. So what did you guys do to like de-stress and get yourself out of this character? Because, being in it too long can be a little detrimental to mental health.
I mean, it can be. There's also an excitement about what you're doing, though. At the end of the day, we get just a glimpse of what our troops go through around the world. Carrying that weight around for 8 weeks, like I did, I'm having that exhaustion. They do that every day for their whole career. In various countries, in various environments, with real threats, with real kind of life and death situations, and you have to hold your hands up and say, they're incredible human beings and real heroes. What it takes to kind of do that day in, day out with real threats is, we can't even imagine. And to get just a glimpse of that was exhausting for me, to know enough that I couldn't do it, that I wouldn't want to do it. I was fortunate enough to be able to, turn off. And when we wrap up every day, go out for some food, go and sit by the pool. We were in this beautiful hotel in the Gold Coast, just kind of loving life by the water. We were shooting during whale birthing season. So you just sit on the beach and watch whales breaching, and you're just at one with nature, as the Australians generally are. And it was so easy to wind down because they're such relaxed people. The Australians couldn't be more relaxed if they tried. Their whole day is they wake up, they surf, they go to work, they come home, they surf, and then they eat dinner with their friends and family, go to bed and do the same next day. They're such relaxed people that you can't but be chilled out. Our crew were just 100% just, we'll figure it out, mate. Don't you worry. That was their thing. It was just like, you'll figure it out. And you do quickly. You just learn to just wind down, take in nature, enjoy the food, enjoy the people. And I couldn't have been there with a better group of people.
Definitely. And you seem like a fit person. Going through this, you said it was very exhausting. Does that make you want to change your routine, your workout routine daily, or well, how does that affect you?
Not at all. I mean, I was very fortunate. I think I always say you pay for the preparation of an actor, not the acting. The acting we do for free, because we love that. It's the prep, it's the crash dieting, the crash training that you have to do, where you have to gain weight and lose weight. Because of such a fast turnaround, I got the script Friday, spoke to the director Saturday, and was in Australia on the Monday. I didn't have time to train. I didn't have time to get ready for this, to prep for this. I was fortunate enough that I'm always ready. I'm always prepared and in good physical shape. I go to the gym, regularly for these occasions, just in time. So if anything, all it did was teach me that my, fail to prepare, would have been detriment to this role. Being ready allowed me to just walk into this character. I only had to worry about, his backstory, his mental state, how to approach each scene. But physically, I was there. So for me, if anything, that just teaches me that I'm on the right tracks to always be ready, to always be prepared for a role physically, mentally, because you never know when they're going to come around and challenge you in whatever way they do. So this is what I'm really proud of. Obviously, I'd love to have prepared for this, for weeks and been in the gym even more so. But you've also got to remember that these soldiers, they're not bodybuilders in gyms every day. They're functional athletes. They're built for stamina, for walking, for running, for long distance treks, for carrying equipment. So fortunately, I was in the right shape, and hopefully I portrayed them well.
Definitely. And even though you're fit, getting into this character takes a lot of preparation to, like you said, finding out his backstory. What kind of discussions did you have with the director in order to get his backstory, and how much input did you have in how you created this character?
The character was there on the page, start, middle, and end, and you kind of had a conversation with David Frigerio, the writer, about what type of guy he is, where he kind of comes from. But they also wanted to draw upon my military experience in myself, in the fact that my father was in the Royal Air Force. So that's how I created his backstory. Is why was Bishop such a hard ass at the beginning? Why is he pushing Kinney, and button heads so much at the beginning? And my backstory that I was able to kind of think up with David Frigier is he's got a wife and kid at home. He's got a daughter at home. I was, some of the best moments and memories in my life is when Dad would come home from wherever he was based, and he was my superhero. He was my hero that would come home in his flying suit, and that was like his cape for me, and it was a beautiful moment that I got to see my dad. And Bishop doesn't want to lose that. He's in this tight group in Land of Bad with Milo's character and with Luke's character, and Kinney's a rookie coming into that environment, and any kind of hesitation or cog that doesn't work in this tight oiled, well-oiled machine could cause a death. And Bishop wants to get home to his wife and kid. So it was important for me to kind of build that want and that need and that desire to get home to his family. And therefore I was able to kind of push a little bit harder at the beginning, because he wants Kinney to survive. He wants to survive himself. He wants to make sure Kinney is ready for this battle. And then there's a beautiful kind of monologue that Bishop kind of throws at him and says that there's no winners in war. Everyone loses in war. It's barbaric, and all war is barbaric. And at the end of the day, we just want to come home alive. And so, he pushes his buttons and pushes his buttons, and hopefully, he's able to survive this kind of crazy bad day that he's warned him about.
Definitely. Well, congratulations on this project. You were fantastic. It is very enjoyable to watch. It's action packed, and people will not be bored from beginning to end. So,
It's pretty intense. It's pretty up there.
awesome. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, buddy. See you soon.